seen these painted records all over my Pinterest, and I think it's finally time that I try and make them. Hello and welcome back, and today I have these 3 records to paint on, and they are photos because I kept on getting my face in the glare. To start off, I'm just painting all of the centers black to make it all more cohesive and not have these giant pops of red. This did take me a lot of coats to fully cover, and it was easy to scratch off, which is kind of good because then I can clean up the outer edges, but also kind of bad because it can scratch up the parts that I wanted to keep painted. So now for the first design, I have this dark blue, which I want to see if you can kind of guess what it is. It is 2 whale sharks. So I have a dark blue and a light blue, and the light blue was super duper easy to paint on and didn't take me as many layers, but the dark blue was like a satin acrylic, I think, so it took me so many more layers. So also, if you're like trying to ever paint anything and you need something with less layers, don't do satin acrylic, which I never even knew was like a big difference. Now for the shading, I should have like done darker colors whenever the base coat was still a little bit wet, but I didn't. So instead, I painted on all of the parts that I wanted to have like a little bit of shading on them, and then just did that technique where I just painted all over it, and it actually did turn out really good, and it gave it some, like, made it look a little bit different. So I tried that with this one. I didn't know if it was gonna like turn out different because of the satin acrylic, and it kind of wasn't as good, but in the end you can't really tell anyways. Next, I did the dots, and this kind of took me a while because it was just a lot of back and forth with getting more paint, as you can see here, but it was pretty easy just to get my base layers down and then add in some tiny dots all over. And for these ones, I've made a whale shark before, and it was over like my last summer's, like a bunch of summer crafts that I did, and I didn't do any spots because I thought it looked really cute without the spots. But then I was like, wait, I probably should have been a little bit more accurate to real whale sharks, so that's what I tried to do here. I tried to make it as accurate as possible, and I was looking at a bunch of photos of whale sharks before this to make sure that it was as accurate as I could possibly make it. Then I finished up the spots on the dark blue whale shark, and then it was on to the next one. So for this one, I wanted to have a fully blue base coat because I wanted to have 2 designed ones and one to kind of tie it all back together. So I chose the same dark blue as the earlier whale sharks, and I just did a full base coat of that. It took me a couple tries because again, it's that satin acrylic paint, so it does have like a little bit of a shinier look to it in the end, which is nice, but it just takes a lot of base coats to get it fully covered. So here I am just getting around the edge here, and I wanted to still have this shinier rim around it because I thought that would kind of be nice. Here I am scraping it off. This is what I was doing earlier with the like black circles. Then once it was fully dry, I ripped it off and got started on the design. So I did white instead of the other like whale shark color, the light blue, because I thought the white would kind of look good, and I really am happy that I chose the white. I think it is a nice different color. And I saw this type of record also on Pinterest, and I thought might as well try to recreate it as best as I could, but it had like a lot more designs on it, so I tried to do a little bit bigger designs because I didn't want to spend that much time. And the best part about this is it's all kind of messy, so it's not meant to be like completely perfect, which it's not completely perfect, but at least that's kind of like a good excuse for it. But whenever I was trying to finish up these last pieces, I didn't know what to put, so I just kind of made some stems, and I hope that looks kind of good. And the final design, I honestly think that this is probably my favorite design out of all 3 of them, and it is, because I think it just turned out so good. So I did the same light blue, same dark blue, and they are little jellyfish. So I was going to do like a spot technique that I saw on one of the records that I looked at on Pinterest, but I just did a base coat for it on the like top part of the jellyfish, and I loved it so much, so I just left it like that. And then I did the tentacles, of course, then did the dark blue one, and this one, it has like the tentacles. I don't know if that's actually what they're called, but that's what I'm going to call them. They're a lot shakier and squarer compared to the other ones, And I think that's a kind of nice contrast between the two jellyfish, because it's also like a light and dark, smoother, more rigid, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I was finishing it up. This one, I needed a lot more coats on the actual, I'm just gonna keep calling them tentacles, because of the satin acrylic paint. So that is another thing to look out for. Anyways, here they all are. I think they all turned out so good. I love the whale sharks so much. I do love this base, like clear one, just all together. And the jellyfish, of course, my favorite. And here they all are together. I think they all look super good as a set, and I'm so happy that I finally got to make these. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this so much, and I hope you also like my new little animations, and I'll see you next month. Bye!